There are millions of homeless dogs simply abandoned by the owners. Many are stray dogs simply running around with very little to eat. And I'm sure you could get one of these for $1 or even for free. You can absolutely make a difference by welcoming one of these good souls into your life and providing them with all the love and care they need, and in return they will absolutely change your life. But the next step up here would be adoption. Fees here can range from $50 to $400 depending on the institution where you get it from. And if you're in the UK and you have about £300, you can adopt it from the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, or RSPCA for us Brits. I know the names can be complicated sometimes. But what if you are set on a regular dog breed, such as a Labrador Retriever? Well, you can pick up one of these babies for about $1,500. Something like a Labrador Retriever is arguably the best first dog and the best family dog. They will give you virtually no problems and they will be a great addition to the family. But if you fancy something a bit more engineered, a French Bulldog can set you back around $3,000. However, some people don't just want a regular Labrador or a regular Frenchie. Some people want something a bit more rare, something a bit more engineered to their taste. There is a current trend among pet owners whereby the dog is tailored to such an extent that has certain characteristics that aren't within the breed. Let me introduce you to the Fluffy Frenchie, and you can expect to pay between $10,000 and $20,000 for one of these. The cost here is going to depend on the color and certain other aspects of the dog. Now, if you have never seen one of these before, Fluffy Frenchies possess a rare autosomal recessive gene that causes the abnormal long hair, making them highly sought after, with potential owners often paying high prices and breeders taking advantage of this, it has to be said. So yeah, if you are feeling adventurous, well, they actually look like this, and this is what you would get, or something very, very similar. However, it has to be said, with us focusing on dog nutrition, that the more exotic, the more rare the breed, the more extreme the breeding, if you will, the more prone those dogs are going to be to having certain inherent dog health issues, such as allergies, such as atopic dermatitis, issues with breathing, cardiovascular issues, and all the certain factors that can make one of these dogs an absolute nightmare or a recipe for skyrocketing vet bills. So yes, you have been warned here. And by the way, if your dog suffers with allergies, we have put together a dog allergy checklist that you can get in the link within the video, or you can get the 100 commandments of dog health for your dog for just $10. And this is a complete guide for optimum dog health. But leaving stream breeding aside, we can concentrate on some of the most exotic breeds on the planet, starting with the Afghan Hound and the Pharaoh Hound, both of which can set you back around $7,000. The Afghan Hound, as you can see, is a very majestic looking dog, is a beautiful looking dog, and this baby comes from the mountains of Afghanistan, whereas the Pharaoh Hound is used for hunting rabbits in the Maltese Islands. I mean, these dogs look ultra cool and are very, very rare, hence the high price. And if you're in need of a big, bold and scary looking dog and you happen to have laying around $8,000, you could get a Dogo Argentino. I mean, look at this thing. This totally looks a bit more like a weapon than a dog, and that is why it is illegal to own here in the UK, Colorado and New York City, among other places. It has to be said though that some of these very scary, intimidating, manly looking dogs are often bought by men with a very small man syndrome, and that they want to use them to portray their apparent masculinity, whereas in our opinion you should always get a dog to accompany you in life and for you to love each other. You shouldn't get a dog for protection, and you shouldn't get a dog for the wrong reasons. However, talking about weapons, how about the Tibetan Mastiff for $10,000? These dogs come from Tibet, where it protected sheep from predators like wolves, leopards and bears. So yes, these dogs would be very used to fighting extremely large animals. But these, however, are very, very rare due to the fact that they are extremely big and they are so expensive to keep and feed. So yeah, I mean, if you want to buy something like a Godzilla, well, you can buy one of these. Coming in at around $14,000 is the most expensive regular dog in the world, which is the Samoyed, originating from Siberia. The rare breed is known for its kind, loving and eager to please attitude, along with their smiley faces. I mean, I have had the pleasure and the delight to interact with a few Samoyeds in my time, and they are every bit as fluffy and lovely and absolutely wonderful as you can imagine. They look like little clouds, and their coat is so beautiful that it's arguably one of my favorite breeds. However, they are very impatient and they can yap quite a bit, so they can be really annoying if you don't train them properly. But I mean, look at them, they look like Pokemon and not like a dog. The whole thing doesn't stop there when it comes to how much dogs cost. The record for the most expensive sheepdog was £28,000, or around $40,000, including buyer's premium, at an online auction organized by Farmers Mart here in the UK. If $40,000 is not enough for you to spend, you can spend around $50,000 and you can get one of these. Evie the Kelpie sold for $49,000, setting a new Australian record, and I do imagine that these will be Australian dollars. Although, if you've come here to know what the most expensive dog in the world has been, well, you have come to the right place. A Chinese coal baron bought Big Splash in Feb 2011 for $1.5 million. And this broke the previous record of the most expensive dog ever sold, also a Mastiff, for around $600,000 in 2009. So yes, this guy had more money than sense and wanted to be the first one in the world to pay such an exorbitant amount of money. In any case, a dog is for life, and so you should always love and care for your dog in the best possible way. Feed them well, always read the ingredients for everything you give your dog, and learn about them as much as possible, and they will surely reward you with their entire life. And by the way, we have ranked the best dog foods on the market, and you can watch this video next to find out what they are.